Welcome to my baking channel. My name is Susie. On this channel, I show you how easy baking is if you understand the basics and the science behind baking. Today, I'm making banana bread, and this is going to be my second banana bread recipe on my channel. I'm going to link the previous one in the cards. This recipe is titled the Ultimate Banana Bread Recipe, and I'll be the judge of that. This recipe also has a lot of prep, so let's go ahead and get started. We need 6 bananas for this recipe, and you want your bananas to be as ripe as possible. If they're black or have black dots, that's perfect. Peel your bananas and place them in a microwave-safe dish. Cover and microwave for about 5 minutes until they're soft and have released liquid. I'm going to place them over a fine mesh strainer, and I'm going to let it strain for about 15 minutes. While that's straining, I'm going to go ahead and work on the other ingredients like melt my butter. I'm also going to toast the walnuts. Toasting your walnuts is going to help it release oils. It's also going to help it deepen and intensify its flavor. To toast it, just place it in a pan over medium heat. Keep moving the walnuts around. You know it's ready once you can smell it after it releases its fragrance. After the walnuts cool down, I'm going to go ahead and chop them. After the banana liquids are done straining, I'm going to cook it in a pot over medium heat until it reduces to about a 1/4 cup. The bread isn't even out of the oven, but my whole house already smells like banana bread. I'm also going to peel my last banana and cut it into 1/4 inch slices diagonally. I'm also going to spray my baking pan with some cooking spray. This is going to help prevent the bread from sticking onto the pan, and it's also going to help with cleanup later. I've been running around this kitchen like a chicken with my head cut off, and now that I'm done with all the prep, I am finally ready to start baking. So just keep that in mind. This recipe has a lot of prep work, so make sure you have enough time before you try out this recipe. I was editing the banana bread video, and parts of the video my head was cut off, so I decided to film a brand new video. So that's why you guys are seeing me here now. So I have the reduced banana liquid, and the reason why we're reducing the liquid is because we get tons of liquid from the bananas, and the riper your bananas are, the more liquid you get, and that will give us extra banana flavor. But if we add all of that liquid, it's going to make our bread very, very mushy. We reduce it down to about a 1/4 cup so we can still get the extra moisture and flavor from the liquid. Next, I'm going to mash the bananas with a potato masher. I'm going to add my eggs, melted butter, vanilla extract, and the brown sugar. The brown sugar is going to complement the bananas in this banana bread very well. So we're going to set the wet ingredients aside, and we're going to mix up our dry ingredients. Add the salt and baking soda, give it a good mix, and then I'm going to fold in the wet ingredients. So you want to gently fold in the ingredients, and that's because if you overmix, it's going to form gluten bonds, and that's what happens when you want to make like regular bread. But for breads like this that we want to be moist and just have it fall apart, you want to not mix too much, otherwise they're going to be very dense. So keep mixing until most of the flour is combined. If there's little streaks of flour, that is totally fine. I'm gonna call that good, and we're going to finish up mixing it well after we fold in the walnuts. I'm gonna call that good. As long as you don't have any flour at the bottom, you should be fine. I'm going to transfer my dough to my greased pan, spread it a little bit. The last 2 steps are optional, but they're going to add a je ne sais quoi to your bread. So we're going to go ahead and put our sliced bananas along the edges, the long edges of the bread. And that's just going to give you extra banana flavor. And we're only putting it along the edges so the bread can have its proper rise. The last step is definitely optional, but this is going to add a nice crust to your banana bread. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some sugar. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven, and I cannot wait to show you guys what this looks like when it's out. All right, so after your timer is done, go ahead and insert a toothpick into the center of your bread. If it comes out clean, that means your bread is ready to come out of the oven. After we take it out of the oven, we need to let it cool in the pan for about 10 minutes. That's going to help it finish out the baking process. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and transfer our beautiful bread to our cooling rack to let it cool for about an hour. All right, the bread has cooled down. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like inside. And you can feel how crispy the top is thanks to the sugar we added. First bite. It is so moist. So much flavor. And the sugar, I can't even talk. The sugar caramelized beautifully on top of the banana bread. It just adds a delicious crunch to the bread. And because we put so much bananas in here, like this actually tastes like banana bread. So moist, literally just like it falls apart. Falls apart. So good, so good, so good. Yes, I'll be the first to say this is definitely the ultimate banana bread recipe because I don't see how you can go wrong with this recipe. If your bananas are not very ripe, the step where you put the bananas in the microwave, you're not gonna release as much liquid. So go ahead and skip the step of boiling the liquid to reduce it down. I hope you guys try out this recipe. You're not gonna regret it. There's a lot of prep involved, but once you do it 1 or 2 times, it doesn't seem like too much work. Hope you guys try this out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.